had always been a dreamer. Born and raised in the bustling city of Nito, he believed in love the way poets wrote about it, deep, unshakable, and consuming. But no poetry, no song, and no story could have prepared him for Florence Chioggi. The first time he saw her, it was at a small cafe in OSU. She was sitting by the window, sipping from a cup of tea, completely lost in a book. Kofi had never seen anyone so effortlessly beautiful. Her dark, wavy hair framed her smooth brown skin, and her deep, intelligent eyes seemed to hold 1,000 mysteries. From that moment, she became his target. Not in a predatory way, but in the sense that his heart had chosen her, and there was no turning back. "She's the one," he told his best friend, Kwame. "The one for what?" Kwame asked, laughing. "The one I love forever." Kwame shook his head. "You don't even know her name." But Kofi didn't care. He started calling her my woman target, because, in his mind, she was already the goal of his heart. The chase begins. Days turned into weeks, and Kofi kept finding reasons to visit the cafe. He learned her name from the barista, Florence Chioggi. It sounded like music to him. He memorized her usual order, a cup of chamomile tea with honey. One evening, as she was leaving, he finally gathered the courage to speak to her. "Hey, Florence," he said, pretending to be casual. She turned, surprised. "Do I know you?" "Not yet," Kofi grinned, "but I'd like to change that." She raised an eyebrow, amused. "And you are?" "Kofi Didi. But you can call me the man who's about to buy you your next cup of tea." She laughed, a soft, sweet sound that made his heart race. "Bold, aren't you?" "I have to be. You're my woman target." She tilted her head. "You're what?" Kofi scratched the back of his head, suddenly embarrassed. "Oh, it's just what I call you in my mind. You know, because I've been aiming to talk to you for a while." Florence smirked. "That's an unusual nickname. But I like it. Love in blue." From that day on, their love story unfolded like a well-written novel. They went on long walks along the beach, shared stories about their childhood, and debated books and music. Kofi discovered that Florence was as passionate about art as he was about music. She dreamed of painting in Italy one day, and he promised that if she ever went, he'd be right there beside her. Their love was the kind that burned brightly, unafraid of the world. Kofi introduced her to his family, and though his mother warned him not to fall too hard too fast, he already knew Florence was his forever. One evening, as they watched the sunset from Laborde Beach, Kofi turned to her and said, "You know, Florence, I don't call you my woman target because I was chasing you." She smiled. "Then why?" "Because I believe love is about direction. And you are the place my heart was always meant to find." Florence looked at him, her eyes shining with emotion. "Kofi Didi, you're the most ridiculous, romantic man I've ever met. And I wouldn't want it any other way." With that, she leaned in and kissed him, sealing a love story that was destined to last a lifetime.